I still think that the misting feature on the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0 is, well, pretty cool, especially when it's in turbo mode. I'm also a big fan of the different light choices that you have to go through here for the night light feature of this fan. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for You. In this video, we're going to be looking at the brand new Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0. And I know what you're thinking. Jeff has officially lost it. He's already reviewed that product. And that is true. So we're not going to go into an in-depth review. We are going to test it out in a real life situation. I had a few people reach out and say, hey, would you test that out in an RV? What about if it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit? Will that cool a room? Anyway, that's what we're going to work on today. Let's get right to the review. The current time is 7 a.m. in the morning, and I've just shut the air conditioner off, and you can see that the room temperature here is 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and we have a 31% humidity. The exterior temperature today is supposed to be in the mid-80s, so we'll come back in a few hours when this temperature has gone up to at least 80 or so, and then we're going to try the Arctic Air in this room. I should note that since I'm in the camper, this room is 7 by 10, so a total of 70 square feet. As you can see, the camper temperature is at 86 degrees Fahrenheit. We have 35% relative humidity in here. I will say it was 88 degrees Fahrenheit just a minute ago, but when I plugged the camper in, I didn't realize the air conditioner was on, and well, it cooled down a little bit. Either way, it is still hot in here. So what we have is we have our frozen filter. We're going to give this thing the best case scenario. I have a lot of ice and some cold water. Let's fill up our Arctic Air 2.0. Over spilled a little bit, but that ice is full to the top. Let's add our water. Last but not least, let's pop this out and throw in our very frozen filter. Hopefully it fits. There we go. Let's turn this thing on and start the process. Now for the moment of truth. We are turning it on with our boost, full mist, and let's do it. Let's see, green. You can see that our temperature's gone back up to 88 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know if you just saw my hand, but I'm very sweaty, so I'm looking forward to this cooling down in here. Coming out immediately from the Arctic Air 2.0, we see the temperature here about 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me make sure I'm correct on that. No, 79. The ice in our Arctic Air 2.0 is melting very fast. This is just after 20 minutes sitting in at this heat. Of course, this bodes the question, why doesn't the Arctic Air brand make some sort of an insulated container to keep this ice water colder longer? You can see in the back I have my Jackery power bank. It's the Explorer 240. I thought, you know what, let me just try to run the Arctic Air with that. Except as I've had this plugged in, I noticed this last time as well, the plug is actually getting really, really hot. And so I don't know if I want to plug it into my Jackery. We'll continue checking it out throughout this test, but just so you know, the plug does get hot. Here's the plug I was telling you about, and now I'm going to scan it with my infrared thermometer, and we can see we're getting a temperature reading about 130, 133 degrees Fahrenheit. It is very hot. This is definitely something I want to keep an eye on, just making sure we're safe. We are at the 30-minute mark, and not much has changed with the temperature in here, but the humidity keeps going up. Let me show you the filter after 30 minutes. I'm actually going to turn this whole thing off and pull the filter out, because this filter was frozen completely solid, and now just 30 minutes later, probably less than that, this is almost warm, right? It's still a little wet, but definitely not that frozen filter like I originally had. Also, just a few ice cubes in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dump out most of this water and add some more ice and continue the test. I tell you what, swapping out the water for some more ice did make the breeze a whole lot more refreshing. We'll see how long that lasts. So, tell me, what are your thoughts of the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0? Is this something that you have? Would you get it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Here we are at the 1 hour mark. It's been another 30 minutes since we last checked in. You can see the temperature has now gone up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is hot. We have about the same temperature coming out of the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0. And if we look inside, our ice is almost completely melted. So again, nope, this will not cool down your camper, and it also will not cool down a small room. In this video, we were taking a second look at the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0 in a hot environment. When we first tested it, we were in the mid-70s, and although it provided some cooling, it did not provide a long-term cooling effect. So we wanted to see what would it do if the room was a lot warmer. Would it even provide us that element of cooling? So we shut off the air conditioner in the RV, shut all the rooms and doors, and held us down to 70 square feet, and we let that room heat up during the day, and it got as high as 88 degrees Fahrenheit when we started this test. I should say we gave the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0 the best case scenario. A frozen filter, ice cold water, and a lot of ice to start, and as you saw, it was like a dud. Like the air coming out felt cool, but it definitely did not cool down the room or the space that I was in. And in that hour of use, not only did the humidity go up, which makes things hotter, but the temperature got up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It was just way too hot. Definitely not something that's gonna cool down your room or replace an air conditioner. I'm not real sure why they do not have an insulated box to keep the ice colder longer or the water colder longer. That might be beneficial. Also, that plug getting really, really hot worried me. I tested a few other plugs that I have. They definitely did not get up to that temperature. So just a word of caution, this plug can get pretty hot. So we have to ask ourselves, are these things even worth anything, or do we just throw them away? Well, you know what? When I used them in an air-conditioned room, I found that I did get some cooling from the fan because it wasn't trying to work so hard. And you're already dehumidifying the room, so the extra humidity really doesn't really matter. So if your room is already air-conditioned and you're in a space, you just need a little extra cooling, these things might be beneficial. I've also seen people use these in an office setting, which would be around the same scenario. There's an air conditioning running. Maybe it's not that great in your office, and you're providing an extra cooling there. Anyway, that was the end of our second look at the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0. We tested it out in an RV with a really hot room, and we didn't get so great results. If this is still something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. As I was using the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0 for a second time, or at least a second review, I thought, in addition to wishing this had some sort of an insulated area for the ice water, I also thought, how come you can't just have the light on by itself without the fan? You have to have the fan mode on in order to have the light. Sometimes you just might want the lighting. Maybe that's a different upgrade they can do in the next model. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review, or second review, of the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0. You know what? During this video, I referenced my original review where we went into additional detail about this product. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link that right up here. And if you've already seen that, I already reviewed the big brother, the Arctic Air Pure Chill XL. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link that review right over here. And I would love it if you would click on one of these links. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm gonna join you here or here. So go ahead, click one. They're safe, I promise.